No doubt. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. It's the room fill up. Come on. We got to continue to grind to shine. Come on. We're going to talk about this. Tony Romo, he's back in the news cycle. Is he Hall of Fame? Come on. Times Micah Parsons impact. I misspelled Parsons. Okay, let me put an S at the end of it. Come on. Shout out to those that's watching. Come on. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation Grove? Come on. Come on. 5, 4, 3. Let me get an audio check. Let me know if I'm good. Come on. Come on. Hey. Ho. Let go. What's good? Shout out to all of you all. I thank everybody for being part of these type of episodes. My name is Law Nation. Appreciate you guys so much. The Dallas Cowboys. Oh, my goodness, man. Well, we are winning. Everything else goes good with it. And this is not salad dressing, by the way. Tony Romo, is he a Hall of Famer? Right? I want to know from you guys. I think that Moose Johnson is also a candidate. I think that he should been already in there. You know, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being part of the sound check committee. Appreciate y'all. So my thing is, Cowboy Nation, when we look at this and we start going down the line on where this team should be at, hey, far as Hall of Famers and stuff like that, shoot, why not? You know, let's talk about this just briefly because I just deleted his thing. Hold on, y'all bear with me. Tony Romo's career stats, and I got it here now, and it's 34,183 yards, got to say it just like that, 248 touchdowns, 117 interceptions. And he finished his career with 2 playoff victories. There's not a knock at him because I'm going to tell you guys, and I've been saying this for many of years now, you pick Tony Romo up and you put him on, let's say, the Saints, and you put Drew Brees over here, it could have been the same storyline. We've been talking about, hey, man, is Drew Brees a Hall of Famer? You know, he was the guy that got them there but just couldn't get us over the hump, you know. And this dude, Tony Romo, he got him a ring, you know. It's all to do with also who's your coaching staff, right? Woodson, not Romo. Okay, y'all don't want Woodson. Okay, you don't want Romo in there. I feel you. The Moose, yes, Hall of Fame. Yes, indeed. Romo was a turnover machine in 1-0 in Dallas. This is Steven and Son. I feel you, man. So we got a lot of people that's in the middle of the road with Romo. And, hey, I know, you know, I get it. You know, in 06, it was devastating, the slick ball. And then in 2007, the Cabo thing. Cabo thing, I meant to say not Cabo, but Cabo thing. And I get all of that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite sure if you take Bill Parcells for just one more ring, you know, one more round, I meant to say, we would have probably got a chance to not to go to Cabo, and we would have been more of a disciplined team in 2007. Although, you know, we did a great job of keeping everything in front of us. I think we finished that season 13-3. We dominated most of the teams that we saw, and some of the spillover from the defensive philosophy that my guy Bill Parcells handled and had over here spilled over, the players and things like that. And Wade Phillips, we know without a shadow of a doubt, he always been one of those guys that been pretty good in coaching up defense. we got rid of Wade Phillips during this spell. And then guess what? The first thing went with him, defense, right? So ever since, I believe, like 09, 10, 12, 13, we've been looking for defense, right? So we the team that never had two things to match. We would have one thing going good here, then the other thing go bad there. And most of the time, it goes and it turns all the way around back to coaching, right? Who agree with me? Who disagree with me? who really believe in the hearts of hearts it was due to the players and not the coaching, and we could have won multiple Super Bowls with Jason Garrett. I need to know who that person is. You know, we used to have some Jason Garrett's apologists. Where y'all at? Because y'all stand tall now. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a lot of people say, hey, man, Jason Garrett's a real good coach, Law. He's really good, you know. He's really good. It's just the players' fault, you know. If they just, you know, execute, then we will be able to win games, you know. They just got to execute. And I've been fighting a good fight for almost 13 seasons. You know, for 13 years I've been saying, hey, we can talk about execution all the time. If I dial up a play for Shaq to shoot the three, who remember me saying that? Hey, if I have Shaq to shoot the three, and I said, hey, all he had to do is execute it, it doesn't matter. He's Shaq. He's not going to hit the three. I can yell execution all I want. Yes, indeed. I can yell to the high heavens, man. If he just got to execute, man, and we'll be able to win these games. No. Just like if you had Steph Curry, and I dial up a play for him to be down low in the post, you know. Hey, man, if he just execute, that's me playing him not to his strengths. And that's what we've been doing for many a moons in Cowboys land. But guess what we're doing now? Principle, concept, and scheme with Mike McCarthy heading into 2023, by the way. So it took us that long. How many years is it from 2007 to 2023? How many years that is for my quick math people? You know, God, dog, there's a lot of moons. And how many moons, if you guys know the astrology and all of that stuff, you know. So it's one of those things. Romo cannot be in the Hall of Fame before 28 Woodson. This is for Rolando. Rolando, you may be. You may be right. And I had the same notion that, man, there's no way. I believe the people that's watching, there's none of y'all that thought that you would see a day, that you would seen a chance to see DeMarcus wearing a ring of honor before Jimmy Johnson. You know what I'm saying? 16 years. That's just right, too broke to pay attention. Cool J, 16 years. 16 years. Meaning that if you had a child born in the year of 2007, you know, they will be 16 years old. And that's all they known in their entire life. Jason Garrett's scheme, system, philosophy, principles, you know, his code of honor. How you doing, guys? All of those things. God, dog, that's a long time. Hey. Trust the process, man. Oh, my goodness. This reminded me, you know, sometimes you could be falling into those traps. Riggs. Somebody said emotional damage, you know. There was a story, man, back in the days, man, that we used to all read, you know. Hey, to get to the promised land, it's going to literally take 11 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 days. But those people, you know, they said, we're going to go another way. You know, we don't want to go the way that they said, and they end up getting there, but it took them 40 years. Why? They didn't want to listen. Sometimes stubborn could come back around. There's somebody right now stubborn, don't even want to listen to what people have to say, and they could have been there in 11 days. But they may not, can I get an amen from somebody? They may not see it in 40 years. God, dog.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, I said, man, I'm trying to get here, man. Where you trying to go, man? I don't want to listen to you, man. Oh, man, I want to go my way. Hey, we telling you, all you got to do is jump on 35, you know what I'm saying, get to 20, and then head east, you know what I'm saying? You eventually go through Louisiana, Mississippi, you know, you'll go through Alabama, you'll get there to the East Coast, you know, but some people are like, nah, man, I'm going to stay on 35. And then I'm going to go all the way down, hit, you know. I'm going to hit through Houston. Then I'm going to turn back around. I'm going the wrong way. But let me just turn back up and jump on 45 and go all the way. You know, some people, you just can't talk to them, right? But that's a whole nother story. Appreciate y'all so much, man. All right, so we got some defenders going on. We got some defenders, and I love bringing up the defenders conversation, and that is of Dak Prescott, of course. You know how this goes, Cowboy Nation. Yes, indeed. By week 5, this is from Clemente. By week 5, Micah Parsons is going to have 8 sacks. Hey, Micah Parsons, that dude, man. I have no rebuttal to that. You know what I'm saying? Because the way Parsons operate, the way he been doing his thing, shoot, it's been phenomenal for us. Let's listen to. I thought I had it up here, but y'all bear with me. Thank everybody for tuning in. If this is your first time ever, my name is Law Nation. Be sure to hit the like, share this content, and let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. But let me go to this one first. Because we've been saying this for many a moons, and sometimes it's good to hear it from a different mouth, you know what I'm saying, outside of what I'm saying. Okay, let's go to it. Y'all know when you hear the safe room music, I'm trying to bleed out some of the audio so the AI won't think that we just taking what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? That's the workaround. YouTube 101. All right, hold on.
Okay, let's start with the Cowboys. Listen, Jimmy, you're watching them. You're objective on this. That defense, that is a handful, is it not?
Yep. Listen.
It's as good as I've seen in a long time, and they really play to their offense. I think with McCarthy calling plays now, he understands how good that defense is. And so if they just won't turn it over offensively, and if they're efficient offensively, run the football, have some balance, take advantage of field position, that defense can win a lot of games, and maybe win every game. Colin, I think there's probably 3 or 4 teams just as talented in the league, but I don't see anybody playing any better on Sunday than the Cowboys.
You know, Jimmy, this is interesting.
Hush right now, Colin. It's my turn, you know. He said he don't see anyone playing at this efficiency level like the Cowboys. Like, we've been through all of the, hey, man, let's be the number 1 scoring offense in the National Football League, right? Oh, man, we got to put up points, man. Styles make fights and all of this stuff. There's to the degree there's some people right now, angry, upset that we didn't play the kind of caliber of offense that we should display. There's people right now that would rather have us at 1-1, right? Because they want the numbers. They want the gaudy numbers, right? They want Prescott to throw 400 yards, 500 yards, you know? 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. No. Give me a win. I don't care if Dak Prescott hand that thing off. Give me that win, baby. You know what I'm saying? I know that he's capable of throwing 455 yards, right? We know that he's capable of throwing 4 and 5 touchdowns. He did it before. Old Scout said if you did it once, you can do it again. But that ain't what we trying to do. I had a 1995 Honda Civic, you know, not the hatchback one, but it had the sports twin turbo, you know what I'm saying? But it was a 4-cylinder. I don't know how they did the turbo thing in there. It had everything that you wanted. Cool air intake. I was putting 17-inch alloy rims on it. You know, I thought I was Need for Speed times law. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, Fast and Furious, that put me up on game. I try to get the loud exhaust pipe, and my uncle would sit back and say, hey man, that ain't nothing but a go-kart. You ain't driving nothing until you get into an 8-cylinder, you know? I was like, nah, forget all of that, you know? Shoot, fool around, warp that engine a little bit. That torque was good, but it was still kind of shaking. Guess what that car had? That car had a trailer hitch on the back. Just because it got the hitch doesn't mean that you can utilize and use and pull things with it. That trailer hitch on the back was for moving small stuff. When I was up on Highway 80 in Jackson, Mississippi, and there's a little hill, trying to go up that hill by Piccadilly's, people who's from there, they know that little old bitty hill, car Harlem Shake it, couldn't pull it up the hill. You know what I'm saying? Little old wagon that I tried to pull, it couldn't pull up the hill. The car's like, shoot, I'm tired, Law. I can't take this no more, man. But the capabilities of me stretching it put too much work on it. What I'm saying is, Dak Prescott, let's not put too much work on him. He still, look, the Honda Civic, and I ain't calling Dak a Honda, by the way, for those who's sitting here thinking, hey, man, Law said that Dak Prescott is a Honda. You know what I'm saying? He'd probably be an F-150, that big burly guy. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that you got to learn how to utilize your tools and weapons to benefit you. Show of hands, that Honda still got 130 on the dash. So does that Mustang. But it's how you utilize and use. Listen to what the Hall of Famer Jimmy Johnson gonna say on this one.
What you said, and I heard this years ago, is that from the New England camp, that Belichick is coaching to win the game, a head coach is. Sometimes a young coordinator, he's just trying to score points. He doesn't see the big picture. You made a point here. Kellen Moore's excellent, but Mike holistically saw this roster and said, hey, we gotta just avoid turnovers, right? You sense that, right?
Watch what he said.
Exactly right. You know, I actually talked to Dan Quinn after Atlanta lost that Super Bowl, and I said, Dan, I said, you know, I understand that you don't want to get on to your coordinators, you know, but the head coach's job is to win the game. You know, when you look at the coordinators, the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator, they've got their mind in just a tunnel. The offensive coordinator's trying to score at all times.
Yeah.
You know, the defensive guy's trying to stop them, you know, regardless, blitz them, do whatever. You know, at times throughout the game, you've got to tell your offensive coordinator, hey, slow it down just a little bit. You know, I don't want to give them any time on the clock before the half.
Listen, rewind just a little bit for y'all.
You know, I don't want to give them any time on the clock before the half. Let's run the football, even if we have to take a field goal.
Yeah.
You know, or you tell your defensive coach, hey, I don't want to blitz them now. You know, hey, let them work it down the field. We'll blitz them when they get close to the goal line. And so you've got to control the momentum of the game. And I think that's what McCarthy's doing right now. He understands how good that defense is.
That's the mighty Jimmy Johnson and some dude that's on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Colin Cowherd, oh, by the way. You know what I'm saying? No shade at him. No shade at him. The good thing is I took that snippet and I reshared it on Twitter. And within 5 seconds of me doing it, I got a notifications up, and I looked at my notification. It was Jimmy Johnson. He liked the message. I was like, yeah, baby. I could die a happy man now. You know what I'm saying? Now he need to follow me. You know, I'm just playing. He probably don't need to follow me, but he did reshare that video. And shout out to Jimmy Johnson, because, you know, that's the truth. It's not all about every time getting the touchdown, moving the chains and stuff like that. And Colin Cowherd did had a great point. Great point about sometimes offensive coordinators, they trying to get that job out there for the next team, right? They trying to make the style points out there so that they can be talked about in the paper and saying, hey, Did you see what I was able to do against the number 1 defense or a top 5 defense? We put 40 or 50 points up on those boys, right? And the intentions may be great. You know, shout out to Grandma, but she said there's people in hell with great intentions, right? Oh, I intended to, you know. Oh, I tried to showcase this, or I tried to showcase that, you know. Yes, indeed. So I look back at all of this, and I would tell y'all right now, straight up, ladies and gentlemen, that Mike McCarthy, he ain't fighting for no interview to see if maybe the Vikings need another coach or the Browns need another coach. No, he's just trying to win a Super Bowl. And I look at him like Marlo from The Wire. My name is my name. That's what he said, right? He trying to get his good name back. Shoot, your name. Let me tell y'all something about your name and fighting for it. To be on the good side. It's more valuable than gold, rubies. When you got a good name, that's better than any credit score. Especially if you're from a small town, your name is everything. And sometimes just based off of your name and your reputation, guard it at all costs. Free game, 48 laws of power. Your reputation will speak for you, and it will fall off onto your offsprings. Your name is your name. Keep this in mind. I'll never forget my good grandfather had a great name and still have a great name. I'll walk into the store, and just because of my face or what I look like, hey, that's one of X, Y, and Z kids right here. Offsprings. You don't have to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Oh, man, your grandfather did good things for me 30 years ago, 40 years ago. So that's how valuable your name is, baby. You know what I'm saying? And your reputation. So when Mike McCarthy looked at 2020, y'all remember at the end of the year, Jerry kind of tried to sully his name just a little bit. And that's when he came on the Rich Eisen show and said, hey, I won playoff games before. I lifted up a Lombardi trophy before. Let me show you what I can do. And he's just now being able to show you guys what he's able to do. Y'all looked at this game. I know it's on the week 2, but we seen principles, concepts, schemes placed together. He went and got Brian Schottenheimer, right? Schotty is a whole different level on coaching this team. We got a chance for those who went out there to scene practice with our natural eyes, got a chance to see him actually coaching. That goes a long way, not a short way with me, baby. So at the end of the day, I think that this team is heading into the right directions. And let me see if I can find one more audio. I got what you said, Jay Versick. Appreciate you so much, man. And the real Darrell says the Chargers want a refund on Kellen Moore. Nope. Y'all need to keep it for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, y'all need to go through some more growing pains. Trust me, he's still learning on the job. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Shoot, that's favor right there, you know? Shoot, you know. Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Come on. Where is that? Here we go. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Let's go. I'm looking for the audio right now, so y'all bear with me. I thought I had it real closely right here. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Almost there. Here we go.
Guys, of course, you already heard from her. We have Sheffy throughout the show. We are getting right to the football. As Zach Wilson and the Jets took on Dak Prescott and the Cowboys down in Dallas. Let's get right to the highlights. Swagler, you're supposed to be excited.
Here we go.
Not exasperated. 2-1. Plus the 79 Steelers. They won the Super Bowl that year.
Listen to this from my guy Jay Versick.
So the defense is clearly very good, but more surprising had to be the Cowboys' offense, Mina, and what they did to an excellent Jets defense. How'd they get it done?
Yeah, first credit to the quarterback. Certainly a contrast from what we saw from Josh Allen last week in terms of Dak Prescott playing within himself, taking what the defense was giving him. That ball was coming out super fast. Really good, strong performance. But I felt like I personally had to give a shout out to Mike McCarthy because I raised questions about the transition at play caller this offseason. And through the first 2 weeks, he's been fantastic. I thought in this game against a very good defense, he showed such a great feel for calling against their tendencies. Well-timed runs to take advantage of their aggression up front, obviously targeting CeeDee Lamb from the slot, and then a really, really good hand when it came to exploiting their coverages. I love this slant flat on first down. This is a Mike McCarthy staple, but clearly the Jets did not expect it on first down backed up at their own goal line. The linebackers were stuck.
Putting them in the slot, using him, would use Jordan when we would have those battles. Every single thing I was going to say about Mike McCarthy.
Quarterback who delivered the ball.
Shows us is we need production meetings, because basically Mina said every single thing I was going to say about Mike McCarthy. But it brings me back to when we would have those battles with the Green Bay Packers, including the Super Bowl, and the way that Mike McCarthy would use Jordy Nelson and also use guys like Greg Jennings, putting them in the slot, using them as the number 3 receiver to stretch the field, getting the football out of the quarterback's hands quickly. And also, I like an adjustment he made. You know, a lot of talk was about CeeDee Lamb and what he was able to accomplish against the New York Jets. A lot of that wasn't accomplished against Sauce Gardner. After Sauce Gardner drops the pick 6, we now move CeeDee Lamb to the other side. And not that DJ Reed is in any way a pushover, but they took the path of least resistance. They attacked the zone. They found the spots that they needed to in order to get CeeDee Lamb going. And on the other side of that, even though the pass game was working in the way it was, they ran the football over 40 times. The pound game, as the people said, was still strong. And when you can have that sort of physicality and allow Dak Prescott to play that efficiently, you have to give kudos to Mike McCarthy and his play calling. Also, Schottenheimer during the week and what he's doing in implementing the game plan.
RC, you are absolutely right. It was 35. It was over 40 or 35 runs between both of their backs. Tony Pollard had 25 carries, but it was 35 to 38 passes when you start talking about guys in that position. Here's the thing about Dallas, and we fought this battle in the offseason. How you going to win a Super Bowl if you running the football? That was never the thought process that Mike McCarthy had. It was about being able to and using it in order to have a successful offense. I hate to throw shade, but I'm going to throw shade because I throw shade. Did you see the Chargers in overtime?
I did.
Throw 3 deep balls and go a 3 and out.
3 incompletions.
Though that was the issue I had with Kellen Moore. It wasn't that he couldn't call plays and score points. It was the fact that at opportunistic times when you need to run it and have balance, you win games that way.
That fine line of taking a look at the full season-long numbers versus some situational stuff,
you go.
right? You know, I love when the production staff throws me a bone here. And how about this?
No doubt, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly what happened. I got more and more details of it all. But since we pressed for time, as you guys can see, we had a late start today. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, I know it's early, and I got to dive into some more things, but I'm going to tell you, here's this piece right here. I forgot I had it right here. Let's listen
How
to
about
this.
Those Dallas Cowboys?
Listen to this before I go into details.
This was a crazy weekend, y'all. A weekend where the favorites only managed a 6-8 record against the spread. And who had the biggest spread of the weekend, you might ask? The Dallas Cowboys. Looked like a big line if you remember us talking about it. It was all the way up there at 8.5, 9 points. Cowboys dominate the New York Jets by a score of 30-10. Staking their claim, in my opinion, for the best resume in the NFL through 2 weeks. They've beaten their opponents by a combined score of 70-10. Now, I can hear you scoffing. I can hear you rolling your eyes. If you're not a Cowboys fan, you're a Cowboys hater. I can hear you telling me that was Zach Wilson starting for the Jets, Dave, not Aaron Rodgers. Nobody cares. Sure, that's fine. Just keep that same energy from last week when Zach Wilson played well enough to beat the Buffalo Bills, when the feisty New York defense played well enough to fluster the Bills into 16 points and 3 turnovers. Yeah, those guys went down to Dallas and played the Dallas Cowboys, where we saw none of those problems. Sure, the Cowboys kicked a lot of field goals. That's about as big of a critique as you can come up with for this team. But Dak Prescott and his offense piled up 382 yards on the supposed dominant New York defense, 26 first downs on the day. Dak was dotting his receivers up on third downs. He converted, count them, 5 different third and longs against Sauce Gardner in this New York defense. They were 9 of 18 on third down on the day. And some of their failed conversions were way after this thing was out of hand. Dallas put this thing away.
Ooh-wee, your boy spitted some truth over here. Hey, let's listen to this dude one time.
I understand that Micah Parsons is front runner for defensive MVP, but you don't run away from him. You run to him. If you see a 250-pound man line up over the guard, check, we running this way.
Hand me that newspaper over there. Don't ever let people use you.
Look at where he's lined up, Jim. Inside over a guard.
He said, I want to just be Defensive Player of the Year. I don't want to put a ceiling on it. I want to be the best player in the NFL.
I understand that Michael.
Hey, we get our much due respect. The Cowboys move up in this power ranking. We are the #1 team in the National Football League according to power rankings by PFT. That's okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm still mad at them because they had the Jets. They had the nerve to put the Jets ahead of us last week. But appreciate you, man. All right, so Cowboys team ranking. Points, #1. Points allowed, #1. Turnovers, #1. Takeaways, #1. Passing yards allowed, #1. Net yards per attempt allowed, #1. Let's go. And this guy right here, Parsons, 93.6. If you want to dive into the PFF rankings and things like that, you got to pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? He is #1. And then Micah Parsons already at 29.5 in his career as sacks. That's top 10 already, man, within the first 3 years of his career, man. That ain't nothing to sneeze at, Cowboy Nation. I'm gonna say this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who listening. When we're not even at our full stride yet. We're not even peaking yet. There are things that we are still working on. Oh my goodness, there are things that we are still putting together. Yes, indeed. He said, dink and dunk. You ain't CCD. Yes, indeed. I want us to dink, dunk, death of 1,000 cuts around here. I want us to do that because the last time the Cowboys stuck their hand into the jar of, hey, let's see if we can throw for 300 yards a day. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if Dak Prescott can average 7 to about 8 yards per throw. Don't you know the league average, the NFL average is 6 yards per throw. Dak was at 6.7. Let him be at 6.7. The NFL average, and even those who look up to those guys who got good arms, not every game they averaging 7 to 8 yards per throw down the field. Slice them, what we call them out there, slice them and dice them, baby. Shoot, I'll walk right on in with big old smile on my face, making and fixing Kool-Aid for all of y'all, all the way to the Lombardi. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, how you got there, man? He sliced and diced them, man. You know what I'm saying? Dink and Dak. Yeah, I would make that a shirt and a hat. And go buy me a Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? All of that, you know what I'm saying, will work for us. Come on. I know you guys would like to do the same, right? Let me know if I'm wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who are listening. Let me know if I'm wrong. Appreciate y'all, man, for that excerpt there. Slicing them and dicing them, dinking and dacking them. You know what I'm saying? All the way down the field, death of 1,000 cut. I'm going to go find me that karate movie, and we're going to put it out there where he gets sliced. Shot. 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 It'd be 1,000 cuts, man. He just toying with them, playing with them. You know what I'm saying? Choctaw said Cadillacs are trash until you get in one. You know what I'm saying? That mom feel like a spaceship when you driving in the new ones. Sure, you can barely hit the accelerator. That mom. Yes, indeed, man. They'll have you singing, but I know.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yes, indeed, fam. I don't know too many people call Cadillac trash, though. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have one of them old ones, you know what I'm saying, with the roof falling off and stuff like that. But Cadillacs ride smooth, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about you, man. But what you did say you about 6'5", 6'7", you might have got into one of those smaller body Cadillacs and it might have hurt you a little bit. Get that Cadillac truck, man. Yes, indeed. Meek says, slice it and dice it, Let's go, man. Let's go.
Call my phone.
Hit me up, y'all. Phone line brought to you by PrizePicks. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Let's go. Make it quick. Got places to go, people to see, and things to do today. Yes, indeed. Come on. Don't forget, final word tonight. Final word tonight. Got Money Mayweather at the top. I got my dog. 100 grand. Come on.
My brother.
Yes, indeed, man. Hold on. Let me hit that note for you. Man, see how that man, I think of you every time he say that, man. Inside caramel.
Take that my drop when I call, man.
Huh?
That need to be my drop when I call.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna chop that part out, and then I got you. I'm gonna save one of these buttons.
Go on there.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. Like 100 grand, man. Talk to me, man. Are you a Cadillac driver though, man? Do you like Cadillacs?
Man, I like them all, man. Listen,
oh yeah.
Man. Get you from point A to point B, dog.
Yeah. It don't matter. I know you big city guys, so y'all. Let me just go jump on the train or something.
Hey, my family from the South, though. I got my pop family from the South, so you know what I mean. I got got some South in me too, man.
Okay. Well, in the South, man, down here in a small city, you ain't made it until you buy a Cadillac or a Mercedes.
I know it.
Yes, indeed.
100% right. Coming up off them dirt roads. I know them dirt roads.
Yes, indeed, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Here's the deal, man.
Talk to me, man.
Last year, when we had Kevin Moore, right, we was begging for this.
We're trying to tell him, man. Yeah.
We was begging for this. The fans was begging for this last year when we had Kevin Moore. Man, why don't they play, running the ball, man? Why Dak got to throw the ball 30, 40 times, man? Where's conservative Dak at, man? It's his fault, man. He need to run. He need to switch the play and run out of them spots, man. He need to be now that he's doing it. Man, where that Dak at? Where that Kevin Moore Dak at, man? We need to see 60 points. He needs to throw for 400 yards. You get what I'm saying? So when you know that that's the case, when that's the case, law. It's just like a lady, you know what I mean? When you can't talk to her, when you say something and they switch it up, and then you say what they say and they still want to switch it up, so that lets you know, you just want to start arguing.
Oh, she didn't want to fight. She just trying to find something to fight about. You know what I'm saying?
You one of them.
You got to beat her to the point. You got to make it like it was her idea. That's what it is.
Law, just dropped the jewel. Law,
it was your idea. You know what I'm saying?
If we don't do it the way you want to do it, I'm going to find every fault in the world in it.
Yes,
and that's exactly what some of these fans are, man. They just want to find fault. That's all they want to do. Nothing is ever going to be good enough. You want to find fault in everything. Man, listen, man. You go ahead and you continue trying to find fault. we having fun over here enjoying the victory. You know
oh, yeah, I mean, sure. Give me that dub, man. Give me that dub all day, man. I'll take it by 1 point. I'll take it by dinking and dunking. I'll take it by 40 or 50 points. But, yeah, when I look back at it, I got some film that I'm going to present. It's like 30 minutes long, really 30 minutes long. And it's really me just going over every throw, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And long as you got more good and greats versus the one or two uglies, let me roll with that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. These are the same people last year. Man, Dak Prescott need to adapt the Cooper Rush philosophy, man. You know, and if you look at this year, who we playing like, Law? Cooper Rush out there, man, getting these wins, and they got a problem with it. Come on, man. Y'all need to stop.
No
Y'all
doubt,
need to
man.
cut it out. You know
Hey, before I let you rock, though, do you see my guy Tony Romo, in the hall? Or you going to kind of push it back a little bit, like maybe 4th, 5th entry or something like that?
I got to push back on that.
Push back on it.
You know, because he was good for Cowboys Nation.
He was,
But he wasn't good for the overall league. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't good for the league. He was good he can get into the Cowboys. I could see him
Ring of Honor.
The Ring of Honor barely. Barely. And I'm not even saying that. That's a overall lock. I'm saying barely.
Barely.
And the thing about what got DeMarcus Ware in the Hall of Fame? Because he got that ring with
right. Beating them to the punch, right. Like never gonna put him in there.
I don't deserve for him to even be in there. Like, he was dominant, but he wasn't like okay. Michael Parsons.
Tread lightly now. Tread lightly. Keep going. I'm gonna let you go.
Michael Parsons. Come on, no, don't do that. Michael Parsons. Cowboy Hall of Fame right now.
Wait, hold on, man. Whoa. Hey, man, you my guy. You $100,000, with the plan. Inside caramel just like a $100,000. That's what the dude said, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, bro, I give it what you said, but man, D-Ware was that dude, but he got hit with the gauntlet of terrible defensive coordinators, man. Hey, if you got a time machine, you pick up this particular coach, Dan Quinn, with the plan, and you put him on that particular team. Oh, my goodness, man. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Lord, here's where we gonna have an issue.
Okay.
Sean Lee had that same problem. Sean Lee. Better impact than Ware. Come on, don't do that.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
I appreciate you, man.
Come on, man.
Hey, man, ain't no.
Lord, hold on, Lord. When Sean Lee got hurt, what did we all say? Defense is trash.
Man, he ain't.
When Sean Lee played, and when Sean Lee was healthy and 100.
Bro,
defense was amazing.
Sean Lee is good, but he ain't no dog Marcus Ware.
Because he kept getting hurt.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Come on, man. I got a lot of people on the chat, man. But let them. Y'all pick if you had a choice. DeMarcus Ware. Just at what he is, or a healthy Sean Lee. Y'all put that in the chat. Appreciate you $100,000. Let me hear you say it, bro.
Man.
Let me hear you say it.
I'm out them Cowboys.
No doubt, man. Oh my goodness. Hey. I'm gonna say this though. D-Ware, he had that neck thing, right? And the Cowboys decided to move on from him at the wrong time. Because all I could think of, that run that we had in 2014 with Aaron Rodgers, although Dez did caught the ball, all we needed, ladies and gentlemen, was anybody to put a little pressure on him and D-Well was in Denver. You know, it just we've been doing things backwards. You know what I'm saying? Give me D-Well in that game. I think that he would have been able to get to Aaron Rodgers with one leg. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. D-Well easily. You know, Sean Lee levels above LVE though. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we just have that 2014 defense. We just needed to get pressure, man. We just couldn't. Like, shout out to my guy D Law, you know what I'm saying, for coming in and scooping it up and helping us out. But we moved on just one season over, man. Hey, I got my guy, man. Who this is for the 936? You in the mix? Talk to me.
Yo.
Yeah, what's up?
Man, what's good, Law?
Oh, man, all is well.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, fam.
Oh, yeah. I'm a first-time caller, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, this all I wanted to say, man. In that red zone, all I want to see is a package with Hunter Lukey and Rico Dowdle in the backfield. So if you run options, make it seem like you're going to give it to Lukey sometimes, and then you pitch it out to Rico. Rico runs strong down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. As far as the wins against the teams, all you can do is play who they put in front of you. Now, if we was 0-2 right now, everybody has something to say about that.
Yeah. I do like the ideology. I call them 40 ounce, and I'm gonna bring that up on my next film. It's just an observation look. Like you can see, he got a little burst, he got a little kick. He's strong, right? We are missing a power back, but Rico brings the power, right? Not saying that he is, but he at least willing to run with power with low pad levels. So down inside, we did look kind of like sus a little bit, but. To be fair to our Cowboys, the Jets weren't no one to sneeze at. You know, we were down a man on their front five. You know.
But the thing I like about Rico is
the
type of back he's not gonna stop. You have to stop him. Like
true.
He's not gonna shuffle his feet. He's not gonna run away from no contact. You're gonna have to hit him and hit him hard in order to make him take a step back. Even then, he's still gonna get positive yardage.
Yeah.
So that's all I really had to say, you know what I'm saying? Hey, keep doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? DC4L, baby, we up.
Yes, indeed. What's your name? Let me lock you in.
Hey, my name Jive is Jive, you know what I'm saying? That's my rap alias, you know.
Okay, all right, man. Next time, spit some bars over here, Jive. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, I got you next time, big
all right. Yeah. We hey, he spit some bars, man. We'll keep him on the show, just like my guy.
Sacrifice.
That man got a voice. Ain't that right? That's Uncle Charles, man. All right. I got my guy from the 210, Scott Cowboy. You're live in the mix. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's up there, Law? How you doing today?
Yeah, doing great, man. I hear echo. Turn your radio down. Let's go. Talk to me, man.
All right, how about them Cowboys?
How about them?
Listen, I just want to make two comments on that red zone.
Hey, you still got echo. You still got echo in the back.
Oh, that's my TV.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm live on the TV screen too. I love it, man. Yeah.
Anyway, what I want to say was that this is where they missed my boy Zeke down in that red zone. The 2-3 yard line, Zeke would have got in there. And even if they had scored 2 more touchdowns down under the score, going to be another 40. We're going to have another 40 piece up in there.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to bring up is Romo.
Yeah.
Back at the time, Romo and Dez Bryant, they were supposed to go to the Super Bowl. They was cheated out of that.
Yeah.
They got cheated out of that.
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because Romo was a good quarterback, and he knows football.
Yeah.
The man called a football game before they called it.
Oh, yeah, he was on point with it, man. It just that, circumstances, And the next year, 2015, we got all of the pieces that we needed on that defense. I think 2015, we finished top 10 in defense. Terrible in offense. Couldn't have the quarterback,
Yeah. But one other thing is, I think that rookie they got back to that fullback, probably give him a shot at that red zone when it comes to 2 and 3 yards, because he's a dog.
No doubt, Scott.
As Deion say, he's a dog.
Dog, man, all the way. Appreciate you, Scott. Thank you. Let me hear you say it.
How about them Cowboys?
No doubt, man. That's my guy, Scott. Straight up dog, man. He got a little spring to his step. I like what he exhibit and exude out there. They didn't put the ball in the belly of 40. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe they didn't want to showcase all of their tools. You're already up by multiple scores, so that could be a situation and scenario. And he was pulling people out of there, you know. So I do like the big package, though, the 13 personnel. And sometimes when you up, you just trying to conserve and get the win. You're not trying to get too cute. So maybe that was the situation there. All right, I got my guy, Darius. You're live for the 214 on the Nation, man. Talk to me. Brought to you by PrizePicks.
What's happening? The first thing I want to say is, man, kudos to Mike McCarthy. Now, you know I'm heavy.
Yeah.
I'm heavy anti-Mike McCarthy just because he's giving me every reason to be.
Yeah.
And I got stats to prove it. So
True.
if anybody want to come up against me against that, don't come with your weak ass opinions. I got facts to prove.
Yeah.
Now, I got facts to prove every reason why I don't like Mike McCarthy. Now,
wait a
I'm
minute.
loving it,
Oh, right now you're loving it, but okay, because you and I, we have this understanding that right now we just in observation mode. We're gonna wait till we get to the playoffs before you give your final assessment of Big Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? So we waiting though. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. It's a good feeling right now to wait.
Listening skills, Law. What I'm talking about, yeah. You got some good ass listening skills. Yeah,
hey.
that's what we at with you. Yep.
I got your argument is that, and my guy Brandon, he's the same thing, but his argument is, hey, Dak Prescott, it's okay with what he's doing now. It's all the way until we get to the playoffs. So what I'm thinking here is that we're not finna see a scale down when we get to the playoffs. I'm thinking that we're gonna see a scale up by Mike McCarthy, and we're going to see a scale up by Dak Prescott. I'm hedging my bet here because I just think that we're going to be more planned and precise with our decisions, and nobody should be on interviews looking for jobs. You know what I'm saying? When we get to the playoffs, nobody. All of that's gone.
And
but
so
keep going.
That's what I was going to say was, man, right? Boy, I'm loving what Mike McCarthy is doing. I can't lie to you.
Oh, yeah.
Man, my jaw is I am like floored with what I'm seeing him doing. The 12 personnel, the 13 personnel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just looking beautiful, and it's just a lot of efficiency. Like, I like how y'all did the comparison. The comparison between what's his name, Kellen Moore, and Mike McCarthy's kind of play scheme and the whole thing. Like, it's the efficiency part of it. Like, you're gonna run up the stats. I got Justin Hubert and Kellen Moore on my fantasy because I know they're gonna run up the stats.
Hell yeah.
But when it comes to the efficiency part, what you're doing on third down, fourth down, if you're going for a second, like, I'm loving it. Overall, so this is what I want to say. I had to come in. If I'm going to give Mike McCarthy that heat, I have to give him kudos when I see it. The main thing I want to see is, like you said, when it gets to crunch time, when we play against the 49ers, the big games, in the big game moments, what do you do? That's all I got to say.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in. And is Tony Romo a Hall of Famer, yes or no?
Not to me, hell no. Tony Romo was ass cheeks. I take Dak Prescott over Tony Romo any day of the week, twice on Sunday, straight up.
And let me hear you say that. Let me see you say, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
No doubt. You call that man cheeks, man. 505, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
What's up, Mr. Law? This is Danny from the 505. How you doing?
Man, all is well, man. What's on your heart today, man?
So the first thing I wanted to point out here is I've been listening to Micah Parsons on his podcast and everything.
Dog.
Seeing him in year 3, he's supposed to be coming in at his peak.
Yeah.
So I was always trying to find out what is Micah Parsons looking like. What does he expect coming out in his peak? It used to be with Micah Parsons a game of find the scrub and beat him up all day.
Yeah.
But through these first 2 games, what Micah Parsons is showing is he's not looking for the scrub. He's looking for the king of the offense. He's looking at he's looking at the king on the Pro Bowl line, and he's taking his head. And the rest of the defense is just freaking out. Everyone's like, he takes the heart of the team.
He do.
That's exactly what he's been doing these last couple games. And so I just want to thank the 49ers for what they're doing. They're basically being the Pistons to what
oh my God, yeah, that's a great parallel, man. Oh my goodness, man. Let me save your name in here, man. 505, dog. That damn, man. What's your name again?
Daniel.
Say that one more time.
Mr. Daniel.
Demo.
Mr. Daniel.
Danner.
Mr. Daniel.
Daniel, Mr. Daniel.
Like the Bible, Daniel.
Oh, okay, Daniel, okay. Oh, my goodness, man. That's a great analogy there.
Let's look at what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Let's look at what we're seeing. By the end of the year, Micah Parsons was not the reason we lost the last game. But he's also, what you can say, is he's not the reason we won the last game either.
Yeah.
And so what he's seeing is the same thing with Jordan. Jordan wasn't the reason they lost.
Right.
He also was the reason that they didn't win.
True.
And so what he did is Jordan went into the lab, and he came with extra body armor. Micah went into the lab and came out this year with extra body armor.
That's a nice.
Did he not gain 10 pounds this year?
Yeah.
And look at what he's doing. He's not looking for the scrub no more. He's looking for the king. And that's why everybody loves Jordan over LeBron and everything, because Jordan, when he came into his final form, he was out there looking for the king and taking heads all year long.
Man.
And that's exactly what we're seeing with Parsons. Parsons is the heart of this team. Last year, I ain't gonna lie, I left last year, and I didn't want to believe in this team. And then all I saw was this team, but I believe this year. There's heartbeat to this team this year. Why? Because Micah Parsons is the heart of this team. And everyone's going. Why is all of Cowboy Nation all riled up right now? Because Micah Parsons is out here riled up right now. He's out there lion crawling out there.
Yeah.
In his podcast, he's talking about how he's just in a spot. He's just in a zone where he's just insane. He doesn't know what he's doing out there. It's just pure insanity that's coming out. And that's exactly how all of Cowboy Nation is right now.
Man, I gotta let you go because I got a lot of people, man. But let me hear you say it, bro. Let me hear you say it, and I'm gonna talk about what you just said too. Go ahead.
How about them Cowboys?
Let's go, man. Oh my goodness, man. Daniel, Mr. Daniel. Jeez. Hey, I do love that analogy.
We about that life.
Because if you listen to the podcast, you see that Parsons is very objective on his podcast, and he's very mature. You would think that he's not, but he is. And he's speaking. He speaks very well of the team and understanding what other teams and not watering down anything. He's saying, no, don't discount the Giants. No, the Giants was a playoff team. And no, don't y'all discount the Jets. The Jets had arguably one of the better defenses out there, And he said that basically our front four kicked their front five ASS. We won down in the trenches. And on both sides of the ball. So this dude, he's cerebral. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to come up with a name of the crawl. And I'm saying, hey, man, call it the LOD crawl. You know what I'm saying? The lion crawl. It doesn't matter, man. We
about that life. Let's go, man. Let's go.
I got Montana, man, my dog, man, one of the mods over here, man, from the 614. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by PrizePicks. Talk to me, man.
What's up, Lord, man?
Nothing to it, man. Nothing to it, bro.
Hey, I just want to tell you, man, I'm a mechanic, so I know what's up with vehicles, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey, so you're a mechanic.
It's Mopar or no car, man. I don't want no Mercedes. They break down too quick.
He said trash.
I don't want no car. It's trash.
And Cadillac, trash. You know what I'm saying? What about it? I got that BMW, man. I got the BMW. What is that, man? Is it trash?
Yeah,
all right,
man. Yeah, it depends on which ones you get. You feel me? They cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy a BMW.
Would you on a GM side? What side you on, man? What kind of car? What kind of automobiles you like? Automobile.
I got a Challenger, man. It's Mopar or no car.
Okay. Oh yeah, Challenger.
Yeah. I just wanted to call in and talk about cars, man.
Okay, you got the Hellcat, man. You got what is it? A Hellcat, right? That's what they call it.
I got a Stat.
Okay. Okay.
Nah, but I do want to say one thing. Can we please give the opportunity to Mr. Ernest Lukey down in the red zone, please?
Oh yeah.
So he can get better. So he can get better.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just give him a chance. You know what I mean? Like, just don't have him blocking. That's not what you signed him for. You signed him for blocking, post yards, and catch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just not hiding blind, McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give him a chance. A lot of people are like, but it's only week 2. But I'm like, okay.
So Montana, what I want to see us do is because this is crazy stuff of it all. The time we went north and south, we actually scored. We scored on the 2-point conversion. We scored on another play when we went north and south. But the time we went horizontal to that thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we was vertically challenged. You know, why were we going horizontal? Get these boys down into the roots and go north and south. I think we could have pounded in with 40 ounce or Rico, you know. But I don't know. They got a little too cute when I look back at the red zone. But I'm giving them a little grace, though, bro. For real.
I mean, I'm going to give you a grace, but I'm just saying for everybody to be like, oh, but he's a rookie. Bro, you can't get better when you're not getting reps.
Damn,
you cannot get better than not getting reps. You have to get your reps. You have to get the ball going. You know what I'm saying? In order to get better.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's all I'm saying is like, just give these kids some chances. You know what I'm saying? You kept Rico Dowdle.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Give him the ball a little bit more. Let's say Pollard for the long stretch. Like, he did just come off an injury.
Mm-hmm. True that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got 3 other running backs we could be using. You starting to put Turpin in the mix too. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be having Pollard out there off of 9 months removed from injury. You out there giving the ball 22 times?
You're right, bro. Hey, I got no rebuttal to that, man. Before I let you split, dog, is just a yes or no. Is Tony Romo, man, is he a Hall of Famer, yes or no?
I mean, I feel like he'll be there soon, but he ain't no first ballot. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he has the numbers. He may not have a Super Bowl.
Right. Okay. I feel you. All right. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. That's my guy, man. Montana. No doubt. So he said he may not be 2023's Hall of Fame, but maybe 2033 or 2043. You know, he going to eventually get in there. Those numbers you can't refute, right? He got the numbers. It just don't have the back end of it. You know, if you only look at it from a regular season aspect of it, then dog, he got the numbers, you know. And here's how crazy how Hall of Fame stuff works. Like Romo, he may not have the postseason numbers. Eli does, right? Eli, they probably put Eli in the Hall before Tony Romo because he got the Super Bowl numbers, right? The Hall of Fame goes like this. Can you tell the story without him? And you can't explain the story of Tom Brady losing those 2 Super Bowls without Eli, right? Even though we can credit the defense more than Eli. But the way he dropped back and closed his eyes and said to Allah, you know, threw that thing up for grabs, and the dude come down with it, I think his name was Tyree or something like that. That's remarkable. And a piece of us, a piece of Cowboy Nation, even though we can't stand the Giants, at that time, we sit there and chilled and laughed because the Patriots, they were talking too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we would prefer Eli to have the ring versus Tom Brady. So technically, Eli did us all a favor in some type of small worlds of worlds. You know, David Tyree, that was his name. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed. So we look at that. And even Nick Foles. So the NFL, you know, in the Super Bowl, AFC versus NFC, we can look at it that the NFC East is better than the AFC East. You know what I'm saying? Because when we face each other, we beat them down. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. We own the Bills. We owned them, right? When we was in the Super Bowl versus the Bills, boy, I love losing Super Bowls. And I think even Washington gave the Bills one of those L's back in the days too. So, hey, we can look at it from that aspect of it. And the only person that dropped the ball was Donovan McNabb. You know, if he would have did what he's supposed to do, Tom Brady would have had one less Super Bowl. But I got my guy that's in here, VIP. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
Lord, it's VIP, baby.
Yes, indeed.
Lord, I'm going to say something real quick.
Talk to me, man.
I
I know you can deal with this quote, but the Slurpees talk a lot of ish, but that's after I'm gone because they fear me in the physical form, Law. I'm 6'2", 223, and I'm troublesome, Law. My problem today, Law, I heard Slurpee get in here. Yeah, bruh, I'm on your heels.
Uh-huh.
Look, you going to pick a side of the fence.
Uh-huh.
Are you on the Cowboy side or are you on the opposing side? I don't want you, from now on, I don't want nobody on here coming after my quarterback or my head coach.
Okay.
So when you start speaking of my head coach, he's an extension of my quarterback.
Uh-huh.
So I'm on your heels for that.
Jeez, bro.
I don't think they realize, Law, they don't realize that magnificent Mike, I'm calling him magnificent legendary Mike. He has surgically took our offense to a new level.
He did. I do like that. Yeah.
And what we have, let me put this in context. He did not play a preseason with this offense, Law. He admitted on his interview that what you guys are talking about at the goal line, he's like, man, I rushed that play in. You know, I was rushing. I was in my zone. He was in his bag. Give this man grace. First of all, what other records that Mike has? What other receipts that this clown is talking about? Because the receipts I'm keeping is Mike has 2 12-5 records. That first year we got to give him a pass.
A mulligan,
because we didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
So what receipts are we talking about?
I get you.
I'm confused, Lord.
I get every word you said, bro. Hey, I'm gonna have to play clock gang. Hey, you got 30 seconds, man. Talk to me, man.
All right, Lord. All right, let me get mine off because I heard Micah say something that I love the Lion's energy. The Lion matches my energy. The Lion told the little cub, he said, bro, don't mention the Lion. He said, look, Cheetah, you might be a cheetah. Don't ever mention the Lion out your mouth. You a cub to me. So that tells me Micah takes everything serious. He's like VIP. So that's all I'm going to say, Lord. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to tell the Slurpees, you can find me on YouTube. Hit me up. My toes are 10 toes down. How damn Cowboy. I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
No doubt, man. Oh, my goodness. He's referring to that. Now, y'all go back and forth with each other all the time on this show. But he's referred to what Micah Parsons said about the young cub, and he was talking about a guy by the name of Tyreek Hill, right? And then he also corrected Breece Hall. He said, Breece Hall, don't you ever try to say that the reason why you only ran 9 yards because of the 4 touches. No, we won to dominate the LOS. So Micah Parsons don't hold back, and I like that. You know, I got the Brooklyn VIP. You're live, man. Talk to me from the 518. You're live.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Long? What's going on,
nothing to it, man. Talk to me, man.
All right. Yeah, man, I just got like 2 concerns, man, about what's going on this year, man. One concern is, like they said, the red zone. You know what I'm saying? We having a hard time getting in the red zone. Another thing I want to say is, Michael Parsons, man, I just pray that nothing ever happens to him, man. We need him. He is the leader of our defense. Did you notice that when he got out the game, when he got hurt for a little minute, he stepped out. As soon as he stepped out, that's when the Jets scored. And I don't know what happened to the rest of our rush. Like, nobody did anything. I don't understand what happened. But I know once he's not in the game, he's not as effective. They need to keep the same energy with him in the game or with him out the game. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my thing. You go back and look at the tape, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to look at that.
That's what I got to say, Lord, really, and I just want to know that everybody knows, just feel comfortable, man. It's our year, man.
It is, man.
And yes, that's right. Go Cowboys, baby.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, Brooklyn, man. He's from Brooklyn, man. He's the VIP from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Hey, them boys sound just alike, man. I got a super chat. Romo doesn't have the regular season numbers either, based off of the passing era numbers from the quarterback. Eli passed for 57,000 yards. I never knew. I need to look at these numbers. I need to do some more homework. Romo had 34K. So that is right. What's the touchdown to interception ratio as well, Jay Recruiter? I need to know. And for kicks, can you throw in like the completion percentage. Can y'all do the side-by-side on that completion percentage, touchdown to interception ratio, rushing touchdowns too? Let's not leave those out and see if we can add all of that in and see who's on top. Now, granted, we talking about Romo resume up to a 2-time champ. You know, he won 2 Super Bowls, basically. That's hard to deal with, bro. And when you got Super Bowl on your resume, it don't care if you was just a water boy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to say, hey, man, I got a Super Bowl on my resume. I got Coach Marv, man, from the 803. Jump on in, man. Talk to us, man.
What's going on, Lord? I just got a couple of points I want to point out to you.
No doubt.
First, I want to talk about Romo.
Mm-hmm.
You measure, man, one of the biggest measures of a career is miles traveled.
Okay.
If you look at where Romo came from, tell me, if you want to talk about how unique he is, tell me how many undrafted quarterbacks had a career like he had.
Not many at all. Not many.
That's right. So, undrafted. I ain't say late drafted. Undrafted.
Yeah.
You become a quarterback of a franchise like we have. Take all that pressure and put up the numbers and have the excitement that he had. Not saying he's the greatest quarterback, but miles traveled. No other quarterback in recent history. Maybe you may be talking about Kurt Warner, but he didn't play with a high power. He didn't play with a high pressure organization like this one of the Dallas Cowboys.
No.
So no other quarterback can say they did that coming in as an undrafted free agent.
Okay.
So that means he accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
He would probably not even expect to be in the NFL.
No doubt.
So the next thing is, Law told you a long time ago, early in this preseason, that the mantra is going to be efficiency and
yeah, you said that way before the season kicked off. The efficiency.
And now you hear everybody say that.
Yep.
About being efficient, the details, be efficient.
Yeah,
I told you that was the mantra of this whole offense. It was spoken into Mike McCarthy a long time ago when he first did his first interviews. You heard all the players kept saying that. That's what I posted on Twitter months ago. That's the mantra. My keys to victory this year when me and Boss do the live watch game. The prefaces of the keys of the offense, which is 8 keys, but the prefaces is that each key has either going to deal with efficiency or it's going to deal with details. And on the 8 keys for the defense, he's either going to deal with physicality or details. So these are the things that they're trying to point out. Even whatever goal they're trying to either say we're trying to do, to be efficient to get that goal, or we work on details to get those goals.
Yeah,
that's where when you have a talented team, you don't want to beat yourself. You just want to find points, and then your athletes will start taking over and doing their thing.
Yeah.
Last point. I know we talked about the red zone. Yeah, every team has something to work on.
True.
I know we were talking about, that's not what. Why we running Tony Pollard so much? You need to work. You're going to have time to slow down with Tony Pollard.
True.
Tony Pollard, you got him. You worked him in a little bit the first game. Now you gave him a load of this game because it's going to be a game that he may have to take a load like that, and he got to know how it feels. Now, he's going to do that every game, though.
No.
But you want to take him, and it's good to give him a load on this because you're trying to close the game out. Now he gets that chance to feel how he's doing. I think he did a very good
Coach Marv, you brought up a brilliant point because this is what's going to happen now. This will be our first time being able to see how he bounced back. How many touches he had last game, off the top of your head? It was north of what?
32, 33 touches.
This is the most touches he ever had. So we now will see, repeat this, por favor. Let's see what you look like now. You know what I'm saying? After he done touched that ball all of those times. Yeah.
But you're gonna have that. Law, you're gonna have that. This it was unusual.
Right.
You don't get the chance to run 81 plays in the game of offense. That's unheard of. So you run 81 plays, everybody's gonna get stressed out with plays because you're gonna run so many plays. Everybody on defense is going to be like, dog, man, I need these more plays because I want to give me more stats, but they only run 40-some plays. So you really have, but the deep offensive guys, they're going to run a lot of plays. So you're going to have a lot more carries, a lot more passes.
Yeah.
But again, I tell everybody again, two things. efficiency and details when it comes to offense, and efficiency, details and physicality when it comes to defense in their keys.
No doubt,
being detail-oriented, staying in gaps, and being physical. But like I said, Tony Romo, I've defended him a long time, man. I'm not saying he was great, but I've defended him a long time because it's about miles traveled. If you could tell me about 5 other quarterbacks who was undrafted free agents that had the career he had in the pressure bowl that he had, then I would say, okay, but I don't think you can really name 5.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, Coach Marv. Thank you for calling in. Hey, y'all be sure to check out my guy, Coach Marv, when he call in. That's Coach Marv from the A to 03. For research, I got my guy research. Jay Recruiter says Eli passed for 8,119 passing completions, attempts, and then the completions was 4,895. His percentage out of that is 60.3. And his interception to pass touchdown, 366 touchdowns, 244 INTs, and that put him at 57,000 yards. Then, of course, that's 84.1. And my guy, Tony Romo, of course, all of those numbers are kind of like sliced in half. Now, I don't know how many games played versus one versus the other, but we can see 34,000 yards. And this is the numbers that we want to look at, the completion percentage, 65.3 versus 60, and then we have a 97.1 passer rating. Now, 84, now I've been out of school for many of years, man. Over 20 years I've been out of school. So y'all can let me know if you got a student that's averaging at 84, and then another student averaging at 97, one is an A++ student, and the other one is just at I think 84 is still a B, right? Or B- or B right at a solid B. So those are pales in comparisons far from each other. A 97 completion percentage or a 97 passer rating versus an 84, and then the 60 completion percentage versus a 65. I think that, you want to be north of 65 as it relates to completion percentage. Completing that amount of yards and completion percentage is awesome. Now, touchdown to interception ratio, you want to be more favorable of more touchdowns to interceptions. And I think that, 84 is a B. Shout out to you, Gina, with the J. So, yeah, if we're using that scale, from a passer rating, Dak Prescott, I think Dak Prescott is 97, but I'm so used to saying Dak. But Tony Romo is at 97, and that is an A. And Eli, good old Eli, is a B. But that's just how it goes, man. Let's compare it to Dak. You just with Coyote. I think Dak is right at 66 or 67 completion percentage, and he is I want to say 96, 97 passer rating right now over his career. Somebody, Jay Recruiter, you got those numbers, man? Run those numbers for me, man. It's 320. I got a split like hair, man. So let me give out the names that's here, just waiting, and I'll make sure that I'm going to drive y'all up the next time we're live. I got Mark that drive trucks. I got Brandon, Ross, Illmatic. So y'all let me know. And I got the 979. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of this so that I can remind myself. So don't y'all leave out of the call log yet. Don't y'all leave out, and I'll make sure I save y'all. My face going to freeze a little bit. That's okay. All right, so I'm going to save y'all names so the next time y'all call in, I'll shoot y'all up to the top, man. I just got to split. I got a meeting to be at, and I got to go somewhere. So I really appreciate you. Oh, my guy, Jay Recruiter. Let's read on this one on our way out. Appreciate you, man.
Goodbye.
Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all to the moon and back, man. Jay Recruiter says Dak Prescott is at 66.6 completion percentage, 168 touchdown to interception ratio of 65, 25,000 yards in a 97.8 passer rating, and 26 rushing touchdowns. I see you, fam. So appreciate you, Jay Recruiter, for being the stat researcher of this particular show. Hey, those numbers. Hey, he's on pace, man. He's on his way up. 97.8. That ain't bad at all. And we are in a passing era right now. And to still have those type of numbers, that ain't nothing to sneeze at. That 66. The only thing is that 666, man. Come on, man. Either you gonna have to get lower or higher. You got to get out of that 666, man. Come on, Dak Prescott. Get out of that number right there. I appreciate y'all, man. One love to all of you guys. Y'all know I still like to leave out with a positive message, even though it may seem as if though it's the same. But it's all about being consistent. It's all about being on the right page. Ain't that right, Shay? Because at the end of the day, I want to be able to motivate, elevate. I want to be able to get people going in the right direction in the best way possible. And regardless of the circumstances that it may be.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything I had.
Lay your head on my pillow and just relax.
Come on, baby. I'm going to give y'all all that I have and anything that I will ever receive for the best. I'm going to try to do that. Yes, indeed. Somebody said, hey, hold the brakes, pump the brakes, Law. Eli got 2 Super Bowl rings. Boy, you wish Tony would have had 2. You wish Dak Prescott would have had 2. Or anybody right now with the silver and blue. That guy played for 16 seasons. And the 2 times that they made it to the Super Bowl were the 2 times they made it to the playoffs. So this also tells another story. That no matter how long you've been playing, is that when you get hot and when it's time for you to get it going, make sure it matters. Make sure you are there. Because I think one time they crawled into the playoffs, right? And the team that was mighty at that time were the Dallas Cowboys in 2007. I think the other time, they figured out a way to get to the playoffs. I think it was 2011. All of the Giants historians can let me know. But those were the 2 times. And all it takes is for you to get there. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys for this team. And we on a good pathway. Excuse me, we on a great pathway. We 2-0 now. And all we trying to do is get there to the postseason and replicate what we did these last 2 weeks. Nothing will be impossible for these Cowboys to lift up that Lombardi trophy. Changing of the history can be right here, poured upon the head of all of y'all that's watching right now. So that's why I talk about dedication. That's why I talk about hard work. And that's why I say, and even though I heard Richard Sherman say, treat those 2 imposters just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, that's what you got to continue to do. That's what you got to continue to believe in. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. And this is the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or lied about, don't deal in lies. Come on, baby. Write this one down. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan, and to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening under the sound of my voice, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, You're listening to nothing but the best.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, I gave you everything I had.
I gave you everything I had. Come on, baby. We up out. One love, DC for life.
Damn.
Let's go, baby.
Give me my theme music.
Come on. Roll those credits. Appreciate y'all. Brought to you by PrizePicks. We got it out of the mud, baby. I'm ready for some tacos, man. Come on. Give me some tacos up in here.
Spartans! I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Come on.
Kinda check us on. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on. Caviche, come on, put some of that on them tacos. Something wrong with my credits, but I appreciate everybody who donated. I thank y'all so much for supporting the nation. Yeah, something wrong with my credits. They ain't rolling. Put the fire away. Come on. Charge it to the game. We can watch. We can watch Emmett though. Look at that spin. Who we lost? Come on. Hey.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really
all right, one of them gonna work. Until next time, DC for life. Salute.
Kinda check us on. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just